That's our cue.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Winter's back.
Yeah, dude. Sucks. All summer I was complaining about how I fucking hate the summer. I got to put money in the storage jar right there.
That was worth it.
I complain. I hate the summer. I'm a sweaty person, and obviously I'm not a tanner, as you can tell. So I hate the summer. It's not my. It's not a fan, or at least I think I'm not a fan. And then this shit happens.
Got you again.
I drove to school the other day in that snow.
Oh my god!
And I didn't find out that class was canceled. So literally, I pulled in. I got an alert on my phone. It was bad, dude.
It's 2019. They don't like
they send an alert, but they waited till the last minute because education's important. I remember the whole time driving there, I'm like, "There's nobody's gonna be here. There's no way. There's no way." I mean, there's people coming from Southern Illinois. There's no way. Like I'm struggling, and I'm like 20 minutes away. Like, there's no way. And I was right. It really upset me. I mean, not really. Going home was like way worse. Belleville completely untreated.
Don't talk about where we're located. I don't want people to know.
Belleville.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not ashamed. He's ashamed of where he's from. He's ashamed of his heritage. It was untreated. It was. So, like, you're just sliding at lights. You're trying to stop at a light. You're sliding. Yeah, it's
the worst.
And then on the way back, just the highway, and then it's like rush hour, and yeah. It's like 100-something accidents. 100-something accidents. 1.5 inches of snow. That's it. What the hell's wrong with us?
You're dedicated.
No, I'm just saying, like, why was this a major issue? It's only 1.5 inches of snow.
Because it's ice.
And it was cold. It was freezing. The roads were freezing.
It dropped. Here was the issue. Because I drove in it in the morning or in the afternoon, and then I drove in it at night. I drove in it too.
Sorry, man. Do you agree with my assessment?
Yeah. Well, what happened was, so it snowed, and then during the day it warmed up just a little bit to where it turned to mush, and then it froze. Froze again.
It was snowing like throughout the whole day, though.
Yeah,
like constantly enough where you just like call school. I mean, I'm watching it's like the 1980s. I'm watching TV where they're like putting up closings. And I'm just like, whatever, I'll go. I don't care. I didn't realize how bad it was. And I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. This sucks. So yeah, the roads, the actual pavement where it was the issue, it was freezing. But where did you have to go? Like, why were you out in it? Like, that's where you don't leave the house. Like,
take my kid to soccer practice, indoor soccer
I was going to say, like, how does that?
That was not canceled.
Not to get specifically on where you live, but like how far was that commute?
15 minutes.
That's long enough.
Still, yeah. I mean, it's
like
not up the road to get your bread and milk. It's too far.
How many kids showed up?
All of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They're dedicated.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Was any of the other parents like, oh my god, this sucked? Or are they just like, whatever, soccer, go.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Be champions.
Pretty much.
Be the next
and I'm glad,
Megan Rapinoe?
Because I thought about it, and I'm like, man, like I'd rather have her be like the one of 3 girls that showed up as opposed to the only one that didn't show up.
Yeah.
That was my thinking.
Well, that's how I felt about school, was like, if I'm the only one that shows up, I'm going to look awesome.
Right.
I'm gonna look like such a badass student, which I'm not. I'm being exposed as not. But yeah, well, I didn't even get that chance to, have that.
You almost become like it's too cold. It's too. Which I mean, it's.
Here's the thing.
It's all fine and dandy. Sorry, it's all fine and dandy until you get in an accident.
Right. Oh yeah, or not even an accident. That's like the worst, but just almost getting into an accident. Yeah. That like knuckle white. I mean, that's where I was. I was like gripping the wheel because I was like, I couldn't. At some points, you're getting out of your lane and there's cars next to you. It's horrible. So just that like fear of this could just go to hell in just any second if you do not pay attention is so stressful. And I got anxiety driving as it is. It's awful, and I didn't appreciate it. But I thought maybe that I would score some brownie points by showing up. But then I realized that like I'd get out like at 9 or 10, it was going to be so cold, and the roads would be probably even worse with the freezing and stuff. So I'm just, yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully I pass. That means something to somebody. Not that anybody knows.
Did you? I don't even know how you would contact your teacher. Hey, I heard class was canceled, but I still showed up.
Well,
give me brownie points.
Well, not to get into like graphic detail about like the academia world that I'm living in, but I had a presentation that night, and I think you were supposed to email them like your presentation. If you're presenting, email your presentation as part of the whole thing. So I'm like, oh, I didn't present, so I have like another week to look at it. Then I'm like, hours later, I have a change of heart. We're like, oh my god, I better email it. And I emailed it, and it was just kind of like, ha ha, hey, I didn't look at the website. I'm a silly goose, Trying to drop that in there that I risked my life, risked my life and the life of others. Mm-hmm. The people had to like take somebody to the hospital, and I'm like swerving into them because I like didn't check to see if school was closed because it was posted online. It was, but I like didn't, I left early, so I left earlier than most people would. Someone who's an anxiety-riddled freak who has to drive in the snow would leave, and probably about maybe that time I left is when it was posted. Yeah. I mean, indoor soccer, and everyone showed up. That's insane.
Yeah.
You have young kids. It's not like they're. I'm not demeaning it, but it's not like college or like you guys got to fight. It's like you guys could have missed it, everybody. But yeah, here's the thing: is like, so you go, I can't make it in, but then everyone else does. You look like a douche. You do.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I made it in because that's the first thing everybody does. I'm in that situation. I had no problem. I had to come in. Well, I'm snowed in. Oh, we're all snowed in.
Right.
Some people are in different situations. If you're out in the country, it's a little bit worse. But yeah, everyone dogs the person or the people who don't show up, especially because they're mad. It's like, I showed up. I came here,
And you just never know how bad it is till you get out there.
Unfortunately, yes. You can watch the news all day long, and you can see the little storm thing driving around, but you won't know. You won't know.
Yeah, there's so many.
What's happening over there is not happening here, and here over there.
And they're not reporting on how the roads are treated.
That storm thing? I was thinking about that because I don't know if they actually went out. I was just thinking like it would be funny if, and I don't think it's funny if like they got hurt or anything, but just like the guy's like doing doing his routine, talking about the weather, and then just like bam, it just like goes like static. You just hear him like cussing everybody out, just like going off, like he's gonna ruin them, and like just degrading everybody. And then like the feed, they're like, okay, we'll be back. Like there's some sort of technical difficulty, and then of course I don't want anybody getting into an accident because I'm I was actually rear-ended today.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
Was a big deal?
No, it wasn't. No. I think I was intimidating because it was a stop sign situation, and I stopped, and then he tapped me, and I threw my hands up because I'm like, that's just what everybody does. Because it's like I don't know like what's going on. So I got out and I just go, what happened? He's like, my foot slipped off the brake, and I'm just like, whatever. And then I just like, all right. He's like, my car's fine, which is like way nicer than my car. So it's like, yeah, whatever. I can't even tell if he actually did do something. So
is this the person younger than you or older than you?
I couldn't. Maybe
same age.
Maybe comparable. Maybe a little bit younger.
Man, I would have.
Look
like, what you did.
No.
Come on.
No, karma. Because I might make that mistake someday and have some like person get it.
Karma's not real.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Good things happen and bad things happen.
But you could also put out positivity. And like this guy, I could have maybe like made his day a little bit harder. But I said, just go, man. It's good. Just go. I won't check to see if you like got a license or there's a dead body in your trunk. I thought about all that afterwards. I'm like, this could be like some major crime scene. And then like I hear about it on the news. I'm like, that guy rear-ended me. I could have stopped him. But then he could have like shot me. So,
Or he could have gotten a new car out of it.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
No.
He barely touched me. It didn't like, and I could have been like, my neck. But no, I ain't like that.
I'm just kidding.
It depends. If it was like, I don't know. I don't do that stuff. But you get agitated because it's like it's dark at like 4. I can't handle it. I don't like it. I don't like the extra hour sleep. Did you see Illinois? What's this? Illinois is going to make it like they're going to. Do you see that like headline? I don't
Is that
like
clickbait. or is that a real?
I can't tell. That's why I won't read it.
Okay,
it's like they want to
even if they do,
so it stays like this, or it goes back.
No, it goes back.
That's fine.
Yeah, but okay, so one state's going to do it.
Arizona does.
I know Arizona does it as well, but if Missouri doesn't do it, so anytime you go over to Missouri, it's going to be like it's going to be time change.
In Indiana too. Indiana and Wisconsin, if you live up there, like you're on the border of those.
Well, even in Indiana, like some
Iowa, like,
some counties, don't acknowledge it.
Wow,
that's
weird. Complicated.
It is.
Yeah, that's complicated.
You ever in Santa Claus, Indiana? It's where
I've been there.
So
I've been there.
If you follow
Holiday World, right? Yeah,
if you follow your phone, it changes automatically. It changes twice.
You are right.
It changes.
You are right, because at the hotel I stayed, they're like the time zone. It changes like it's just down the road.
Just in that little county.
Yeah, just down the road, like it's an hour ahead. Yeah.
It's so weird. Either get rid of it or keep it.
That's a weird town, Santa Claus, Indiana.
I've never been besides just
it's
the
weird.
Holiday World.
It's weird. Santa Claus. It's a lot of Santa Claus shit there.
Anybody that names their town Santa Claus.
It's a bunch of Santa Claus stuff, though.
No.
If you're a Santa Claus enthusiast.
It's the place to be. But
so you got depression in one county, and then you go down the road, and it's going to be dark when it's dark. It's just confusing.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It gets lighter, though, in the morning.
Yes.
Earlier. I would almost rather have that. I don't know. It sucks.
I want it to be light.
I mean, you can't. It's not like if you get rid of. It
feels like it's late.
Savings time. It's not going to be like summer. It's just the way the Earth is, the rotation away from the sun.
It's still going to be dark comparably earlier, but like it's like I feel like it's like 10 o'clock and it's like 6. Do you get that feeling?
Yeah.
And it's like, it just sucks.
But I hate waking up when it's dark outside. That's the worst, I think.
So it's not. I mean, I'm not. How early does it get light? I mean, I get up 7 or 8 most of the time.
I just remember before daylight savings time, before the switch, it was dark at 7 o'clock, still, and then the time change, and now it gets light at like 6.
So what's more depressing? You think getting up in darkness is more depressing than like darkness? Like,
When do you want your slap in the face from the darkness?
When do you want the darkness to take hold of you? Oh, I hate it. I've never had this issue before.
It's fun.
I've never had a problem with it before. I never cared. I was like, hour of sleep, cool, but it's deceiving. It's not
an hour of sleep. It's a day or two, but it throws off your whole body cycle.
It sucks. It makes me not motivated, and I'm not motivated mostly anyway. Like.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an age thing, but I've said it to myself multiple times. It's like I used to love winter. I used to love it. Not even like as a kid. I'm talking about just like 5 years ago and before that. And now it's like I absolutely despise it.
I used to, despise the heat. I don't like hot places. Like people who like have houses are really hot. I mean, it is. I mean, you keep your house how you want to. I'm not judging, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like the hot summers here, like really, really bothered me. But just like going out into the cold, man, it's just something that just like cripples you kind of, or just kills your spirit. It's just like windy and just like freezing, and it's just like my dog so I'll like open the door for her to go out, and she'll just do like a 360 as soon as that wind hits her. And that's how I feel. Like, I just, nope. Especially like, I'm going to go out at 5 p.m. It's like darkness and cold. And this happens every year. I guess this year, I'm like,
every year.
I'm noticing it more for some reason because I guess I am old. I'm old and decrepit.
Well,
I think in school you liked it because you slept more. When you're like a kid, you're like, an hour of sleep. And you don't give a shit really because you don't have to like do it. Your parents do everything for you. So.
I think, when I say age, I think it's your body responding to it. And obviously, as you can tell with like drinking and getting hungover, like your body changes. It reacts differently to things as you get older. So when the time changes, you, at least at first, it throws off your body cycle, your sleeping cycle. So that can throw you off for a whole 2 weeks. And then, maybe your body's deficient in, I don't know, the vitamin D, anything that the sun puts out, and you can probably feel it more. I have no idea if this is. It
No,
sounds logically. It sounds
vitamin D. If you have low vitamin D, you can have like many problems, including like depression. I'm taking actually vitamin D supplements because I tested low for vitamin D, and they said like that can fuck your mood up, and a whole bunch of other things for your bones and stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I remember like when I lived in Iowa, like I wish I still had it. My parents got me like a sun lamp because I was working overnight. So you get up when it's dark, you go to bed when it's dark. So I was like losing it. Just get that like sun that does, I wish I had it so bad. I don't know. Everything I have, I always break or lose. So, but it was cool. And like you almost get kind of giddy off of it after a while if you just sit with it. Like it make you kind of giddy. Like tanning, it's the same thing. People feel great after tanning. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you get that you get a shitload of vitamin D, so you're like, and you get skin cancer too. And I'm just joking. Disclaimer: I don't think that's funny. I could easily get skin cancer with my pale ass.
When I went, my band went to play at was it Navy? Some a military base
at Old Navy
in the country of Greenland.
You guys
Greenland.
You guys did a show at Old Navy?
Yeah, Old Navy in Greenland.
I remember that. You went over there
over the winter
for the army, right?
Yeah,
for the troops.
Yeah, we were the New Year's entertainment.
Yep.
But anyway, it was dark there 24/7.
Oh, see,
for that time period, and
Alaska's the same way, right? It's parts of it. Yeah, it's too much.
So what they did, they had like a rec center.
Mm-hmm.
And they had tanning beds there, booths, tanning beds.
Yeah, it's not just about looking good. I mean, it is. You're about getting that tan, but it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
like it does. It really.
Can you
does.
imagine being stationed there and going through complete dark? I don't know how long.
No,
I think it might be for like.
I've thought about like Alaska. Have you ever seen the movie Insomnia with Robin Williams and Al Pacino? Like it's light all the time or it's dark all the time.
So
like,
would you rather have it light all the time or dark all the time?
No, balance.
If you had to choose.
Oh, I don't know. Probably light. I could probably.
How hard would it be to sleep?
He just tapes up your window. I've had to do it with overnights. You just like tape up your blinds, so it's like dark. You make it dark in your room, but I've heard you never really get a quality sleep when the sun is out because it's something about it. Like your body still can tell it's day or something like that. Because people who do work overnights, it's not a healthy lifestyle. That's like you do that for like 20, 30 years. I mean, maybe it'd be fine. I don't know, but I've always heard like that's devastating on your body. It really is. And I was young when I did it. I probably couldn't do it now, like consistently. Maybe like once in a while. But and I mean, like factories and shit. People who got to work the midnight shift, like third shift. That's what it is. Third shift, right? Yeah. Fuck that.
Just shows how resistant the body can be at your younger age.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I was just shoving fucking like fast food in my mouth all the time, especially. That lifestyle I lived, like you just, I'll make some like meal with like salad and I have to have my salmon and shit. Now that's like how I am right now, kind of. Cause shit, man, like shit's catching up to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like my fucking metabolism is fucked. I've always been on the heavy side since like high school, but like it's getting to the point where like you got to like make some changes, or it's gonna be like it's not a fun and games. Fuck you, I'm 20. Same thing with like smoking and stuff. I mean, I don't smoke anymore, but man, you smoke from like 20 to like, how old I am, which is 19. I mean, that's a long time. That's a lot if you think about it. It's going to catch up with you. I know people who smoke a lot, it's catching up with them, and not just ways you'd think with like their lungs, like blood pressure and all kinds of weird shit you wouldn't even like think of.
And then,
but when you're young, you can do a pack a day and like do like run a mile,
And then you switch over to vaping.
Yeah,
not you.
You get popcorn lung.
You get popcorn lung.
You got that vitamin E like destroying your lung, killing people. Shit. What sucks is it doesn't seem like it's like legit shit like we talked about. So like, who are you gonna sue? Some like shady gas station owner? You're not gonna get no settlement.
Well, it came out since we've last discussed it that it was acetate. And
what?
It was found mainly in THC cartridges.
Still, though, who are you going to sue? The dispensaries?
Right. Well, that's the thing.
Or they get it from dispensaries? I thought I read they did actually get it from dispensaries.
It was in every single state except for Alaska.
So it's just some bad shit that came out that the FDA actually should investigate. The FDA.
They are. It was FDA or the CDC.
Whatever. Like, they need to
but you can't trust them either.
No. But as far as condemning the whole thing, which people tried to do, it's like let's like not have like this kind of garbage out there for people to do.
Well,
I mean, so you have you got contaminated beef. Let's get rid of beef. Let's attack big beef. I mean, they use it as a way to attack vaping. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. You smoke in this weather. You're not a smoker. I mean, but like you smoke and it gets cold out, man. It's bad. It sucks so bad. It really. If you're a real smoker, not like I smoke on the weekends or I smoke when I'm partying. Like you can really tell. You can really tell it's bad for you. But you don't give a shit because you rely on it to get you through the day because it calms you down. So then you vape and you think you're doing better, and then you die. But what is this? Early November, we had a snow already. Now, that was the Arctic blast. You know what that is? That's some shit that comes down from Canada every year.
Yeah.
Or the Arctic, actually, but through Canada. So that's a freak thing. That doesn't mean we're in winter now, right? Because I'm freaking out. It's like winter's already here. That's global warming shit or climate change, whatever fucking thing you want to put on it. There might be something to it. I mean, snowing is, if people go, oh, it's snowing, how's your global warming now, liberal douchebag? And I'm not defending it because I think a lot of it is political bullshit, but snowing is a sign of it. Extreme winter is a sign of it. It is.
Right.
It just because it doesn't mean it's hot doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm not saying it is. I'm not educated enough. I tune it out because the people who support it are so freaking annoying. I just tune it out. I just go, fine, let us all die then. If this is how it's going to be, it's just going to be us left, let's just kill it. No, I don't know. I recycle. My mom has an electric car. I think it's electric, so we do our part, you know?
I don't know.
Don't throw trash on the ground. I mean...
Just do your part, and there's nothing.
I can't shut down factories.
You're on a ship that's on a crash course somewhere.
I mean, like, listen, we were doomed as a species as soon as we were created or evolved or whatever the fuck, whatever you believe. We were meant to eventually destroy everything, no matter what. Maybe we take another 100, 200, 1,000 years. We're going to destroy this fucking planet. You can do climate change.
No, we're not. The planet's going to destroy us.
We're going to go to another planet. We're going to go to, yeah, we will. We're going to go to another planet. We'll go live on another planet. We're going to colonize. We're already trying to do it with Mars.
We're trying to.
We're going to. Why aren't we? I mean, there's no
we're
no
idiots.
fucking life. There's no aliens that are going to kill us on Mars. We're going to have to live underground. It's all red. It's all like red sand. It doesn't look like a cool place. Like, where are you going to go get a drink at?
Right.
So your whole life will be different. You got to like have the Mars scene. Like, yeah, man, I'm on Mars.
It's not going to happen.
You don't think? You don't think ever we're not going to live on Mars ever?
No.
Will we make it to Mars? There's a person made it to Mars?
Yeah, there'll be a group.
We sent some little like machine go.
There'll be a couple groups, several groups. I mean, it would have to get really, really bad here.
It's going to. I'm talking like hundreds of years from now.
Yeah.
We're dead. Hopefully I'm cremated, thrown in some ocean will be destroyed. Hopefully it's not darkness. Hopefully there is some sort of peaceful afterlife. Some sort of point, or at least I'm reincarnated. Oh, fuck. We'll be reincarnated, so we will be here for it. Fuck it. That's like, okay, everyone's like attacking baby boomers. You know how you've seen that on social media? Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. So it's like, you don't give a shit because you'll be dead. It's like, nah, if reincarnation's real. They'll be the shitty generation fucking with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
We've had some bad winters, though. At least I think so.
We've had bad winters for years.
Well, it's also like weather patterns, too. Throughout history, weather patterns repeat themselves. We're in a weird weather pattern if you read the Farmer's Almanac. But, no, climate change. It's climate change. Why do they change it? They could be like disguise. Let's change cancer to lollipops.
Wasn't that in Vice?
What?
The movie Vice? Didn't they talk about that?
With the Dick Cheney? The Dick Cheney movie? What?
I thought it was that montage where it was marketing. They're like, it was like that scene where they cut into.
There's like heads like
it was like
explode.
a guy. It was like they're talking about a guy and they show like his background. Like, and it was a focus group. Like, what do we think about global warming? What do you like climate change instead? And they all like voted positively for it, and then it became climate change. I thought that wasn't
movie.
It wasn't?
No, I don't think climate change was mentioned at all in that movie. I could be wrong though.
I think you're wrong.
The movie you're talking about, well, the part you're talking about, if I think he's like going pick them up, like they're just like rounding people up like terrorists and shit, and they're giving them all this like information about like all this stuff, and he's like head's about to explode. Remember that
in Vice?
Yeah, the Dick Cheney movie. Yeah. Do you remember when they're like reading him some report and he's on some screen and you can just tell he's just kind of like this, and then they show him like they randomly just cut this like some van pulling up and grabbing like some like Muslim guy and like putting a bag over his head. You remember that? Maybe it was all in that scene because it was all like a rapid.
No, it was later on.
It was like a rapid fire.
It was later on.
It was right after 9/11. And it showed like how it took its toll on him. And how he was just like going on the offensive. Remember, Mr. President's in the sky, and he's just like, fuck him pretty much. I'm just going to handle this myself. And no one knows what was said because they don't.
That's not the part I remember, but it was a different part. Anyway.
The part I remember is he's like getting some briefing, and he's like, oh, like you can see he's snapping.
No, it was a marketing guy. It was like, it was the marketer that.
Let's be honest. I was probably like, enjoying.
I just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was probably out of my mind. Like when I watched, I'll be honest with you, I get out of my mind and watch movies and then go, "Was that good?"
I dreamed that. No,
was that a good movie? I can watch it again.
Yeah, they just changed the name of it from global warming to climate change.
Huh?
And it tested well in focus groups.
But they just now did climate change. They just now called. They've been calling it global warming forever, and now they just called it climate change. This Dick Cheney movie took place back in the early 2000s, I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you should apologize to the audience.
Doesn't matter. That's the mood this creates this winter. Just doesn't matter. Does anything matter? Nihilistic.
Nihilistic? That means you believe in nothing.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, does anything matter? Just
then why try at life? I don't know. I've had those.
It just creates that mood. I'm not saying it makes you that way, but
it does. It makes me not motivated. Like with school and work, and then like pursuing like extracurricular activities, I just don't want to fucking do any of it.
And not only that, it's the end of the year.
Yeah,
like the end of the year. It's,
you were the whole year,
like December.
I've had a rough fucking year, man. As you know. Well, it's kind of turned out pretty positive so far, but yeah, fuck this year. And then you're like, oh, next year's going to be my year. It never is. It never is. Fresh slate. You know what? It could be. We don't even know what year it really is. We're basing this off some weird calendar, right? The Mayan calendar or whatever. Yeah, they were destroyed. Why the fuck are we listening to them? I mean, they were wiped out by conquistadors. You ever seen Apocalypto? A Mel Gibson movie that was going to be really big, but he had to say some anti-Semitic remarks to a police officer. Yeah, we base our calendar off them.
We base a lot of stuff.
It could be the year like 3000. We don't fucking know. We base it off Jesus, don't we? BC and shit.
I think so.
Before Christ, after Christ. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I thought of this too about how old we are too. We may not be like how old we think we are. I mean, we're as old as we are, but like the number we have is not.
We created this time,
but we created time. It's all we determined it, but like all that's already determined. We just like put like labels on it and shit.
Right.
Like it's 2020, but like, is it? We just like, that's how we document time. We chose how to document time. Is that a correct way? It's getting too trippy now, man. But yeah, it's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. It's holidays. Holidays are very stressful. It's cold. It's dark. You got to buy presents for your kids. You got family that, I mean, I'm just saying hypothetically, you got family that stresses you out. You got to go, I don't have a big family, but you go to mom's house and you go to dad's house. You go to grandpa's house and grandma's house. And you see your cousins. It's just overwhelming. And then it's a dick measuring contest because it's like, I'm doing this with my life. I'm doing that with my life. Drinking a lot. If you're like me, which I have been, you're alone. It's fucking depressing. I mean, I'm not like, oh God, I mean, it's like I'm in radio, so like I knew this going in that I would not be able to go home all the time. But this fucking sucks. Like people who are alone, like have nobody. Like everyone they know is dead or they don't like them. And then the holidays basically shoves it in your face. You're supposed to be happy right now. Something's wrong with you. Look at everyone. I mean, it's a high suicide rate around the holidays. It really is.
Yeah. 'Tis the season. No, it's
sad though. It really is. It's sad.
Wonderful time of the year.
It's sad, and like I'll tell you what. This is what I'm going to do, and I mean this honestly. Is that if I never like reproduce, which I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to be really rooting for that, like me not to reproduce, spread my genes to anybody. Especially most women once they find out the monster that lurks beneath the surface. But I will spend, and you can call me out on this years from now. I will do a crisis hotline. I will for people, and I will try not to like ringing a bell and shit because there is like those lines blow up.
I bet
they blow up. I probably won't do that. I mean, that's what I'm going into anyway. So. Sorry, some douchebag's calling me.
Take your medication.
Yeah, no, I'm going into that anyway, so maybe I'm just grandstanding here, but I can only imagine, and I've sort of felt it kind of when, like, you're in a city, like, alone. Not, I wish I could say I was in cities, but you're alone. You're sad, and the world is telling you that there's something wrong with you because everyone's happy. And I was telling you this before we were recording. I used to love Christmas, and that's not because I'm a Scrooge that I don't love it anymore. The only reason why I love Christmas is because I got presents. And I still get shitty presents now, but I mean, I got fucking good presents. And then I believed in Santa Claus, and then it got to the point where I'm like, I know he's not real, but it's so much fucking fun anyway. I had a teacher ruin it for me. She read some book where, like, they admitted he it was what?
Teacher.
She read some, fourth grade, read some. Yeah, I believed in them. Believed in them. I didn't want to admit that I wanted this. I wanted it to be real. And of course, everyone's like, "It's not real. It's not real." It's like, yeah, whatever. And she read like some book where like the protagonist realized Santa Claus wasn't real. And like I went home and I knew it wasn't real, but then I was also like, "You guys are fucking liars. You lied. I can never believe a word you say." And they're like, "You got to keep our secret for your brother. Don't, please, like, keep our dirty secret. Keep our dirty secret."
I'm debating whether just squashing it just right away with the kids.
Oh, yeah. I should. What do you tell them? They believe?
Well, yeah, they're still young. But, like, my daughter already doesn't believe in my oldest doesn't believe in the tooth fairy.
Well,
like
the tooth fairy was the first one I called bullshit.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you the tooth fairy?"
That's a slur. You should use the.
And then the Easter Bunny.
I knew that was bullshit. I knew that was bullshit too, because like it's like some mutant. It's like some monster. So
like, it doesn't make any sense. Like every Easter Bunny I see, it's a costume. So it wouldn't surprise me if very soon, if not this year, next year, start to question it. And then it's like, I don't know. I'm a bad liar.
So
it's like, yeah, honey, what do you think?
Did she care? Was she like, oh my God?
No. But the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy are not Santa Claus.
So isn't that weird? And I was the same way as a kid. So I call bullshit on the Easter Bunny, and I call bullshit on the Tooth Fairy. And what is there anything else that like another made up shit? But I didn't call bullshit on Santa Claus. I wouldn't let that one go.
Well, no,
dude, my parents were devious. They'd have him like call our house, like it's like some fireman guy, like the firehouse did or something.
I think I don't know if it's a generational thing or just this is how all parents. I don't know.
Are today's kids dead inside where they don't want to believe in some
or
guy?
Are the parents like kind of like me? Like do they? Is it a generational thing that we loved it so much and our parents tried so hard and then we were? But every generation's been like that. Every generation has been have come to one point to where their lives were crushed for a split second that Santa wasn't real. But is it that our generation as parents going that way, like, man, it's not real. Crushing them.
You mean millennials?
Whatever we are.
What are we?
Or grumpy old millennials today.
I feel that way. I feel more grumpy with the weather. I feel, I wish I had something to look forward to like Santa Claus. I really do. I really wish I had like this person that like was looking over you and watching out for you. Like it's a god almost. It's like a god concept. And then he rewards you for being good. It is a god concept.
It is a god concept.
So basically
he's always watching.
You find out God's not real to a point. I mean, not whatever the almighty. I'm not trying to be anti-religious like I was accused of before, but yeah, it's like this person, like it makes you feel special. Like I have this friend who's like watches me and like he's like gonna give me stuff. He's gonna come in and and it's like, yeah, that doesn't exist. That's a complete lie. Everything was from your horrible mom and dad. It's like, what?
But
you guys suck.
And so you can
fucking hate you.
and it just depends how a person handles it at our age or whatever.
I think my
like,
parents like went too far with like the myth, and they're having fun and they're trying to be like.
yeah,
But I think they went a little too far, like I said, with him calling and shit. Like it was like any doubt, like it like erases you and shit. Because I remember, like he told my brother to be nice to my dad, and that's like, I guess he was just being a little brat or something. Like my mom told him to say that, but we're like, oh my god, how the fuck did he know? So it's like, and then you find out that was just this grand, like when someone lies to you, you find out someone's lying to you. You go, okay, this person's a liar. They lied to me. When you find out this like dramatic, drastic like event to like lie to you, you're like, holy shit, you're fucked up.
I didn't take it that way. I figured it out on my own.
See, you're one of those
because
kids.
of my parents' laziness.
You would have been telling me at school like he's not real, like the other kids. You've been like,
dude, did I do that? I can't.
I
remember.
bet you were. I know you. I bet you were like, he's not real. Like on the bus, you're, you know.
I
he's
wasn't
not.
like that. I feel like I always liked being older. Or like feeling like
You
older.
felt like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I figured it out because my parents never, or no, I shouldn't say never, but they didn't like to take the tags off the toys, the price tags and where they got it from. So when you see on these movies and all this stuff that, oh, they make the toys in Santa's workshop. And then my little, I don't even know how old I was. My little brain's like, wait a minute. And it was like a whatever, Batman toy, whatever it was that they got. And I had the Kmart tag on it still. It's like,
that's lazy.
So, but then I'm like,
yeah.
do they have like a distribution?
Santa went to Kmart.
Yeah, does Santa? I'm like, I know Santa doesn't make Batman because I see these toys in Kmart, so I know they don't make them at the North Pole. So do they have some like distribution center? And then I think I just figured it out, and I just talked to I just asked my uncles questions. I remember that like before my parents. Did you know this and that? Is this true? And they're like, I don't know. Ask your dad.
Yeah, that's awkward.
And I think I that's the only memory I have. It's just, and then hey, Santa Claus isn't real.
So I think without that magic, which has been gone like forever, it makes the winter suck more. I think it made for some people, as we discussed, it makes it worse. The holidays exist whether you believe in Santa Claus or not, but I guess like. The magic for me is gone. You have a family and kids.
Yeah, it starts over once you have kids,
Yeah.
and then it's the circle of life. And
I'll
then
just
you
be
become
going
the
to
parents.
yeah. It's probably awesome, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it's better than
My situation where I just like go wherever like something's happening.
Well, just like you said, like the media and commercials, and like it starts earlier every year.
Oh, I know.
And it's just awful. I can't stand it.
They just want to make as much money as possible.
Exactly. Thanksgiving doesn't make money. That's why they celebrate. Start celebrating in November.
Black
November
Friday.
1st.
Black Friday makes money.
Well, that changed too with the internet. Now there's like Black Friday sales.
Now Black Friday. Well, even in the stores though, they're starting like at like 2:00.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
On
So
what
on
day?
Thanksgiving. So like Thanksgiving doesn't even exist for some people.
Thanksgiving is just a meal.
Yeah, just eat food and then go.
I'm surprised Thanksgiving still lasts with the PC baby generation.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I thought that wasn't real, or that was like Thanksgiving wasn't real. White men came in and have you ever seen Addams Family Values, where they did the camp thing and they're doing the Thanksgiving. If you haven't seen it, it doesn't make any sense.
Thanksgiving,
but is it? I thought I don't know.
Listen,
who knows where I read it from? I thought like Thanksgiving wasn't real. It was just a story, and like the savages really killed the white man, or vice versa, or something.
I think the situation is we did like have a meal together. I think it was
killed them afterwards.
We eventually gave him poison blankets or blankets with. We didn't do shit.
Sorry,
we didn't do shit. But yeah,
yes, you did.
Quit saying we.
Yes, you did.
No,
you're full kind.
My Irish fucking ancestors weren't fucking here yet.
You
They
had
would have
your-
been beaten as well.
You had your own problems.
Yeah. So I think there was a time where like we European Anglo-Saxon white males. You people.
What do you mean?
They came over, and they were going to settle here, and I think the winter was going to hit, a New England winter, and they're probably worried about climate change, and I think like the Native Americans like helped them out and like gave them food and stuff. I think they had like a day of peace where they got together and celebrated. Is that real? I don't know. That's like as realistic as I can make it as far as all the bullshit that they spew. Obviously, we know we God damn it. European Americans were horrible to the Native Americans, and the Native Americans were not very friendly to the European Americans. European Americans are Christian and viewed them as godless savages and did not respect their culture and just wanted to take over and wipe them out. So I think there may have been one day where like that didn't happen, and that's Thanksgiving. I don't know. I think it is bullshit folklore though, for the most part. Like you're right. I don't know if it's completely fabricated, but it's turned into just like a football day and then Black Friday.
I'm really surprised. It'll probably never happen just because of the symbolism, but it'd be awesome if the primetime football game would be the New England Patriots versus the Washington Redskins.
Huh.
Or the Kansas City Chiefs. It'd be hilarious.
Well, it's always the Cowboys, isn't it? It's always the Cowboys.
I don't know.
America's team.
Yeah, but they don't get the primetime game.
Are they good this year, Cowboys?
I don't know. They're half and half. They're half. I don't know. They're 5 or where are we at now? I don't know.
I get school off for Thanksgiving.
It's still. I mean, it's still represented. It's just a day to get together, family. And
you're supposed to be
overeat.
We're supposed to be thankful. Like no one ever. I don't know how many people actually practice that.
On social media, they do.
Oh yeah, look at me. I mean, sit down around your family.
They're spending half the time on their phone trying to.
That's disgusting.
The beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't do it anyway. But the beautiful part is like where we go for Thanksgiving every year is out in the country, and the house has a metal roof, so there's no cell phone reception in there.
Oh wow, that would destroy your kids as they get older. They'll lose it.
But like no one's on the phone.
Yeah,
and it's the last couple of years. It's actually been good weather because I remember like we'll go outside and like not play football, but I don't know,
play
or
just
something. Yeah,
play like normal people used to.
So it's a nice day for that. I feel like every year I get sick. Every year I get something in or on or around Thanksgiving. It's bound to happen. It's another thing about winter, which I can't.
I've been sick. I've been real sick. Last week I was sick. I canceled. Not that I have like all these plans, but like I just like no, I can't do any of this. I just was out late a Friday night, and it's just I should have just stayed home. Like man, I just like my throat was hurting, and I was just like man, when you're sick, man, you hate everything. So you're sick, and it's dark, and it's cold, and Santa Claus doesn't exist.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah,
another year gone. Another year
closer to death.
God.
What am I doing with my life? Existential stuff. This will be my year. You know it's not. At this point, I'm like never going to say that ever again.
And it's going to be so bad this year.
With the election?
No. With just how social media. Hashtag 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, God. New decade. New me.
So can we say screw the winter? Are you anti-winter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so.
I was going to say, but it's still a 1-2, almost 3 punch because with the holidays and all the, from here to the end of the year, it's almost distracting. The worst part about it is from January 3rd till March.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing.
There's some playoff football.
Valentine's Day. Don't forget Valentine's Day.
Like February, it's like, why is it still cold?
You've got Valentine's Day to look forward to celebrate with your wife.
Yeah,
that's even better than whoa.
We haven't done that in forever. That's another holiday created by media.
So you guys just ignore it. You just like blatantly don't acknowledge it.
Correct.
You don't get her anything. She's probably not happy about that. She could say she's fine with it, but she's probably not. I don't want to be like some relationship guy. I'm just saying.
We choose to
I don't care what she says. I get though. I bet she like.
What does suck is so her birthday, our anniversary, and our Well, we've been together a lot longer than we've been married.
Mm-hmm.
So like that anniversary,
Too many anniversaries.
our anniversary, our wedding anniversary, and her birthday are like within like 3 weeks of each other. And then there's Christmas. So it's like what?
I had my ex-wife's birthday the day before Valentine's Day. And you can
That's good though. Just one present.
Yeah, you think. I mean, you think. And maybe that's on me. I don't want I want to like, because I don't offer anything else but material stuff, if I can even do that. So maybe that's where like this is for me to shine. All that antisocial behavior and emotional neglect. I'll get you some shiny thing. See? Hey, now get away from me. Yeah, hashtag cancel winter, huh? Yeah. All right.
Hashtag cancel winter.
Stay warm.
Fuck the holidays.
Whoa.
That was a little too far. I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that because
wait till your kids are like 20, then you can say fuck the holidays because they'll have no point at that point. Unless,
right. At least
then they have kids who be Grandpapa Jerry.
It's fun to watch and watch them and to okay. I shouldn't be so nihilistic in that, or not nihilistic, but so
I should
negative in that.
I should. I have no reason to like the holidays. I have no reason. What do I have to look forward to?
And if you really want to spin it on another positive note,
I was just getting negative, dude.
we should just be happy that we're healthy for the most part. We don't have like anything terminal going on.
I was gonna say.
Oh God!
No, I don't know. Who knows? You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know till it's too late most of the time.
Trying to happy medium it.
I have high triglycerides I've been working on.
I mean, you don't have a colostomy bag, do you?
No.
So you got that going for you.
No. Yeah. No, I mean, you got that going against me, you mean. I'd love this shit in a bag. That'd be great. Just take a bag of shit and throw it at somebody. Oh, yeah? Oh, wait 1 second.
I think that.
I know, seriously, that sucks. I'm not making fun of those people. I always gotta like fucking disclaim everything I say.
You're a comedian.
I'm not a fucking legit one.
Doesn't matter.
Jackass. Fucking stupid assholes, what I am. I'm a joke.
That might be one of my worst fears.
Colostomy bag?
No, just sickness.
Mine's a catheter up my fucking schlong.
Get over that.
No,
they numb you, don't they?
No, I wake up with some catheter in my penis. That's the first thing I'm going to say is get it out, get it out, get it out. Seriously, like I want to tell anybody who becomes like a family member, like if I'm ever like got a catheter, just say let him piss himself. I guess they don't give me that option though, right? They don't want me pissing all over the hospital.
Yeah, because someone have to clean up.
It's just like the whole concept of a catheter bothers me. And then if you're incontinent, you got to get one. You got like you can't, some people can't control their.
At least you have like an opening. Like girls get them too.
Well, it's easier for girls because they got that. You
sure, I guess.
Stick in the vagina. I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to disclose how little I know about the female anatomy. I know what you mean. Yes, I know what you mean. The urinary thing.
I don't know. You had to go that route.
Listen, this is my penis, or a penis is delicate. Like, I mean, girls. I have empathy for the females and everything they have to go through. The doctors with the pap smears and all that terrible shit.
Did you say Pat Smear?
Pap smear.
The guitarist of the Foo Fighters.
No, that's why you think that's where his name came from, though?
No, that's completely unrelated.
Yeah, it's not related at all. You get a patch smear where they take patch smear. They shove because that's what he wants. You can tell that's what he likes.
How is he not gay? He seems like I always think
he is gay, isn't he?
He has a wife or a female something.
Perry Farrell has a wife, and I've heard he likes guys too. I think when you're in that kind of genre or whatever, you like everything, man.
He has a very gay. God, can we even say that now?
You say gay. You say LGBTQIA.
Well, we're assuming just the way he
flamboyant. He's flamboyant. Like Andy Dick is not really gay either. He's not really gay. I mean, he's. I don't know. Like I heard him like one time talking, and I'm just like, no, he's never had anal sex with a man. He's maybe like done weird gay stuff, but he's had wives and he has kids and stuff. We
need a PC baby. Like, did you watch the latest one?
No, the one out last night. No, because I'm probably gonna watch it after this.
It's really good. It's the return.
Oh, great! See, they acted like they ended it last week.
I know.
I was like, "What? It's only been 6 episodes. What the kind of bullshit? You guys got some sweet ass deal."
It was really weird. It's really weird what they're doing this season. It's like everything's like really meta.
It's
like,
Randy. It's all
It's
Randy.
like the Halloween special,
Yeah.
but that's his brand of weed. And then
They said
the
they're
season finale was a brand of weed.
They say that it's all about Randy now. I mean, it may have changed. Okay, well, they said that. I guess that segment was, but they said that, like they're moving away from the kids and focusing more on Randy. I read it like that's what they said.
That theme continues, but in a different way.
I just like Randy. I was like, that's awesome because Randy's fucking cool. Like Randy's amazing. Randy makes me laugh so hard.
I really wish you would have watched it because it was really funny. I want to talk.
So we can ruin it for everybody.
And it'll be this.
Snap.
Where were we?
Winter sucks. Time change. No Santa Claus. If you don't have a family, it's depressing. And then after the holidays, there's really no reason to get out of bed because you want to talk about feeling like shit. Valentine's Day. I never gave a shit, but like imagine like single lonely people on Valentine's Day. That's gotta make you like really fucking like cringe hard. You know?
That's why it's just a made up. It's just
made up bullshit. It's made for consumerism.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I'd be more pissed. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if we have like 10 more holidays added. Like it's
we do. It's National Whatever Day.
Oh yeah, hashtag
it's just made up.
National Best Friends Day. I never celebrate that shit.
It's like it's National Donut Day. Well, wasn't it National Donut Day like in March and in June? Like I feel like it's not official.
It'd be like it's National Radio Day. I'm like, what does that mean? Like what does that mean?
And who decided this?
Yeah, the king of who makes these holidays?
Marketing.
How I get this list? Like when I did a radio show, I would look at like the holidays or like be like, okay, it's November. I type in every national day in November. Every day was a national day. So I'd be the typical hacky DJ. It's National Donut Day. Make sure you get a donut for your breakfast. We got the beeps coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hacky shit like that, which is, people like that, right? My point is every day's a holiday. How about bad stuff happening on your birthday? That sucks, doesn't it? Or are you at a point where like your birthday doesn't matter? Because I'm at the point where my birthday doesn't matter.
Some days I forget, like, not some days.
Who you are.
Some years it's like, oh yeah, my birthday's in 2 days. I completely forgot.
My birthday's next week, dude, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck.
See, I forgot your birthday too.
Facebook. Facebook will remind all my friends, all my real friends, people I've never met, will hopefully wish me a happy birthday. Mm-hmm. There was one year where I had it hidden for some reason, and like no one was like, I was like, oh my god, everyone fucking hates me. I wouldn't give a shit, but the fact that like no one did, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, I fixed it, and then like there's like 2 hours left, and like some people did. Isn't that sad? That like my reaction, like look at what this fucking thing's done to me. Like I didn't get birthday.
Normal though. It's what we've been used to. It's what we're accustomed to. We're accustomed to getting these notifications from people that we know but don't talk to ever.
It's a way of saying hello.
And B, people that
I like wishing
know.
people happy birthday though. I do. I like saying happy birthday to people on Facebook.
I don't think I've ever done that before. No,
you've done it to me.
That.
I think you've done it to me.
You're right. I shouldn't say. I mean to people that I'm not.
The people I have no contact with, I don't.
Yeah.
Do. But people like who I kind of like, say like I have no contact, I've never talked to, and I've never like met face to face, but we've interacted on Facebook where they'll comment or like or something. Then I'll be like, okay, happy birthday. You're fun. You post fun memes. I like, you know what I mean? Not like some stranger where I'm like, hey, happy birthday. There's enough of that probably going around. I don't need to add to it.
That's what we're used to. See, I'm yawning now.
Because you're tired.
We're only like an hour in. Normally I yawn at like the third hour or 2.5. That's when I kind of know when to wrap it up. But now it's only been an hour in.
Well, we've done an hour?
I don't know. We didn't start it.
We're supposed to hard time these episodes, people, so it's just... Are we not hard timing?
Our assistant got fired. He's fired. They are fired.
Asked to leave.
I don't know if he's a he or a she. I don't ask.
Asked to leave. You're not supposed to. Well...
No, I don't...
They didn't want to reveal it, because I gave them a piece of paper to reveal, and they wouldn't reveal it. Identify as Hispanic, white... black. I pretty much knew the race. It wasn't the race was the question, and then I was like male, female, non-binary. I had like a whole list of them, and I think that's probably why they're not here because I just can't win. I can't like do anything without making people mad.
It's okay.
Not really. Not when everybody hates you. I feel like Larry David, except not rich and like well respected by the community. I seriously like, hey, like I have some interaction with somebody and then like it blows up and I just hear that Curb music playing in my head where it's like dun 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 dun. Dun.